chapter 9, verses 22 to 24. The Son of Man must suffer many things. Jesus said to all of them, "If anyone wants to come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me." Hi friends, welcome back to our Children's Liturgy of the Word, our Lent series. This is week 3 of Lent. We are in the weekend of March 19th and the 20th, and we're still in the color purple for the season of Lent in our church here. I hope everyone is doing super well this third Sunday of Lent. Remember, Lent is a time of prayer. It's a time when we can spend 40 days getting closer to God. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard. And when it's hard, we sometimes fall away from what we wanted to do. And that's okay. We are human and God knows that. He made us to be imperfect and He made us to need Him to be better people. The important part is that we try and we keep on trying over and over so we can take Sundays to restart our goals if we need to. God is so happy when we keep on trying. One of the goals you may have set up this Lent was to give something up that you love, or to do something extra, or to do a better job at something that you've always done. Whatever you picked that was special for Lent, it's between you and God. But why do we do that? Do you remember last week when I told you that I wanted to be just like Jesus, that He's my hero? Well, that's why I give up something during Lent and try to be a better person. By following Jesus' example of fasting for 40 days in the desert, it helps us to be closer to Him. Now, Jesus gave up food, but we can give up something else. And that's exactly what God wants us to do during Lent. Do something to be closer to Him. So what can you do? Well, I wish you could give up things like schoolwork or vegetables or milk, but that wouldn't be very pleasing to God or your mom and dad. So instead, think about giving up something you love like candy or ice cream treats or your favorite TV show. Another idea would be not to buy something during Lent that you don't need. That's what I'm doing. I am not buying something during Lent that I do not need. Oh, like there's this beautiful sweater that I want, but I am doing my best to not buy it because I want it, I don't need it. And Mr. Mike is very happy with that as well. Now, can you think of doing something that's out of the ordinary during Lent? Like throwing away things that you don't need or giving away things that you don't use. You can try doing 40 things in 40 days. A great way to be a better person is to say 3 nice things about your parents or your siblings every day during Lent. And the best way that I can think of what a kiddo or an adult can do during Lent is to not argue or complain. That's a huge sacrifice from God. Well, remember, it might be week 3 of Lent, but it's not too late to start or even start over if you fell away from your goal. God is pleased anytime that we show how much we love Him through our actions. Now this week, for your Lent activity bag, we have a couple things for you to do. We have a Lent Stations of the Cross, and I left mine blank and I left mine stapled together so you could see what it's like. But if you go through, you can cut and paste, and you can color and go through all the Stations of the Cross. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on as we get into Lent, but it's a fun thing to start now. We also have a little activity book of Holy Week activities. And again, it's stapled together, but you can color and cut your little heart out and put together your own book of what Holy Week looks like. So you can start on these now, because as we go through Lent, we are going to talk about Stations of the Cross, and we are going to talk about Holy Week and why we do what we do. So thanks for joining me on this week 3, and I can't wait to see you for week 4 and the weeks beyond as you go closer to God during your Lenten journey.